Welcome to Greatest Golfer. I am Todd Franco, Greatest Guru, and I am thrilled to be hanging out with the Pennsylvania State Golf Champs, PIAA Class 2A Girls Champs, Hickory High School, legends of local junior golf, fans of Greatest, but just an awesome group of girls. So thrilled to talk to you. Mackenzie Gustus, senior, wave to us. Sasha Petrachko, sophomore, wave. Ava Liberti, the other sophomore. And then the freshman, Luciana Masters. How are you, pal? Let's go with the senior in the crowd. Kenzie, talk about the title state champ. What's that feel like?
It felt incredible. When people asked me, I almost said there was people say this all the time and it's kind of cliche, but there was no way to describe it just because we've been after the state title since I was a freshman. And now that we actually accomplished our goal, it was kind of well, what do we do now? It was kind of just I was excited, obviously, but we've been after it so long. And every year we were well, we're there to get it. We're there to get it when we'd get third and second, that I feel I was still in that mode of oh, we need to go and get another win or something. So
Sasha, how's the title of state champ feel for you?
It feels amazing. So it was just extremely exciting and took a while to sink in, but I'm extremely glad and happy we were able to do it as a team.
Ava, what was the state championship experience like?
It feels like a dream come true. As a sophomore, being so young, Kenzie, she's a senior, she's been there multiple times, but to go there for my first time and win it, it's definitely a great feeling.
So Luciana, how did it feel from you being the rookie on the team?
It feels pretty great, especially as a freshman, and being able to play with older kids, you're being able to look up to them, so, surreal.
So, Sasha, when was the last time that Hickory's been able to say we are state champs in something?
I think it's been a few years since the track team won and everything. So a lot of people were excited, and even in our send off, we got a huge amount of support from the school. So I think a lot of people were watching on their phones that day as we got to a point where we were only 3 strokes ahead and everything. So when we got to 14 strokes ahead or something like that, it was just incredible feeling from the school and for us too.
You guys won by 14 shots. That's not normal.
Yeah, and we were the one thing that our coaches were saying were we were almost the underdogs, even though talent wise we may have not been the underdogs, but a lot of people don't know about us just because we're from a small town compared to some of the Pittsburgh and Philadelphia schools.
I feel it's rare to have these people on the team coming from a smaller town like we do, to have people you need to have 3 players. You can't, it's been proven you can have 2 good players and still not win or still not make it to something. You have to have all 3 scores that count. So to have the people that are willing to put the work in and the effort to it just is amazing that we broke a state's record. It's just amazing that we have these people who are extremely committed to the game.
How is it a state record?
The lowest score. So Lucci shot 76, Kenzie shot 75, right? And I shot 74. So ever since this state team title started, however many years ago, that's the lowest.
Ava, when you go walking into this and you got Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and Harrisburg, what did it feel like coming from small town Western PA?
It's a little bit intimidating to think that there's, bigger schools than us, but you kind of just have to drown that out and focus on your own game and realize that you have a strong team to support you. So it really wasn't something that I was stressing about as I was golfing. I just needed to focus on my own team, my own game. So
for those of us on this side of the state line, Hickory High School is essentially Hermitage. Kenzie, so you talked about this is your 3rd trip. Last year got delayed because of COVID. So your freshman year, your sophomore year, and now your senior year. What's working over there that's kind of creating such a golf opportunity for you all?
I would say definitely the amount of youth programs that we have in Hermitage and also Sharon, which is on the border of Hermitage. So basically, um, there's Dum Dums or the Buell course, which is the only free course in the world. They had the first tee program, and then they had a bunch of youth like tournaments there. And then at Tama Shanner, which is our home course, they have a bunch of youth tournaments every year. And then on, I think it's Thursday or Friday mornings, they have a clinic for kids. So I think it's just the amount of opportunities we have growing up here.
When you guys were taking off, obviously, Kenzie, this is your third trip back. Did you give yourselves a great chance to pull this off as a team? Was it something you really thought was doable?
Yeah, definitely. Just because my freshman year, like I was saying, we got third place, and that year, like honestly, like we wanted to win, but I think we knew that it was like possible, but the chances weren't that high. And then my sophomore year, we definitely knew that we could win it, and we came up short by 4 strokes, but we were, like I said, winning the whole round, and then you just have to finish out. It's 18 holes. I think we kind of played 9, and then we might have got like a little nervous, but I think definitely this year we almost, not like to say this cocky, but we knew that we could get it done because just how strong our team is.
Talk about having a teammate with like Kenzie who was there for 2 years prior, and that.
Yeah, she's like really experienced. When we played our practice round individually, she like obviously knew the course before, knew it could be like kind of gimmicky at times and stuff. So she convinced me. I was pretty nervous for the individual round because I didn't really know the girls I was playing with, and I didn't know how like risky I should play the course and whatever. And she like kind of like calmed me down beforehand and just like encouraged me to just go out there. It's only 18 holes, just like have a good time. And I know as a senior, she's been there 2 times before, how bad she wanted to win. This is like, we had an incredible team this year, and we knew we had a really good chance. So I was like happy we could get this done with her, because I know how hard she's worked at the game and how long she's been waiting for this.
How many hours a week are you putting in on golf?
Kind of depends on the day. Like if I'm busy, it could be 30 minutes in my basement. If I'm not, then I could be practicing outside for 2 hours on the course. So being in the greatest golfer tournaments actually was a great help, because it was able to give me experience for different courses.
In general, well, I remember the one week Kenzie and I played in a tournament, and out of 8 days, we played 7 days.
Luciana, how much time are you putting into golf?
I try to at least every day, whether it's like minutes or an hour. In the summer, it was a little harder. I had soccer practice a lot. So I was trying to fit in both every day. And
ever since I was like 12 years old, I think I started playing in tournaments. I've definitely, during the summers is the big time to practice. I've practiced like every day during the summers. We probably practice like an hour or 2 a day. It's not always beneficial to always play. Sometimes it's better just to go to the range and then do like drills, like chipping and putting. So
you come home, what happens? How's the school react? How's the community react? I heard about a radio show, Ava.
At Bob Greenberg's, like he has a radio station for us. So that was really cool. We're going to be recognized by like the city of Hermitage, and we got recognized by Mark Longetti, which is our state representative. So, and the school has done so much for us. Like on our screen outside of like the school, it says like Hickory golf girls like state champions. So everyone's been so supportive and excited for us.
I gotta believe that John Cairns, the team of Tam and Shannon, must have been dancing in the parking lot.
Yeah. Actually, like before we even got home from states, they have a big sign. They had congratulations, like Hickory girls golf state champions, before we even got home. So they did that.
We're in Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, and nothing in life starts or stops without checking in on football scores. What's to say about girls sports and girls golf that you guys captured a state title from Hickory.
Yeah, I definitely thought about that just because not only us, just like some of the sports, like they don't get recognized as much, like cross country this last weekend. It was nice to see like some of the people in our community do well there. So just for us, like winning the state championship as girls, it means a lot. And it means a lot, like just because girls haven't been always like allowed to play the sport, it's just like moving us along, I guess.
And it starts with all these courses, whether it's Yankee Run, whether it's Dum Dum, whether it's Tam O'Shanter, taking you serious as younger kids. Not only having a passion for kids golf, but also girls golf at age 8, 9, 10, 11 years old.
And with golf too, the big thing is like I played this year, me and Sasha at the Arnold Palmer's course in Latrobe. My mom walked into the clubhouse and the men's restroom was like real big. So she walks in, sees the men's bathroom, and then couldn't find the woman. She had to ask where it was. And it was like tucked way behind down at the end of a hall and like under a staircase. So it kind of just shows like how far women's golf has come.
All right, next year, Sasha, Ava, Luciana, 3 years in a row going to state. Kenzie moves on. These are big shoes to continue on 3 years in a row. Is there going to be a fourth year in a row?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be harder to not have someone like Kenzie to look up to, because throughout this whole season, she's taught me a lot.
Sasha, what do you say to those freshmen coming up?
I don't really know a lot of them, but I just know that Kenzie was like always a good role model for me, like being on the team and everything. I was obviously nervous coming out as a freshman last year, and I just hope that me, Ava, and Lucci can be role models too for trying to like encourage the younger girls coming up. We want to get to states next year again. I definitely think that's a good possibility. We're going to have 3 strong players again, so I'm just excited for that.
Yeah, I think that's important in any kind of institution or organization is you pay it forward kind of by reaching backward, right? Kenzie, what happens with golf for you after high school?
I think I'm going to play golf in college, definitely. So hopefully I'll be setting goals with that. Maybe win like another championship, hopefully. So
I just want to thank you all for your time. Congrats on what you do next. Thanks for making this happen. I was just so thrilled to watch it. It's going to be fun to keep watching.
thank you for having us and supporting us through all our years. And thank you for all you do for Greatest. That's definitely a really good program for juniors. And it's kind of like what helped me get into golf, because when I was younger, there was like the smaller tournaments at Tam O'Shanter, but there wasn't really like a consistent tournament with a championship that you could play when you were really young. So
14,
So winning does what for you?
it breaks some barriers. Like I only started winning like last week. I won, I think, 2 tournaments, and before that I like couldn't get it done. So it's giving me confidence going into the season. Like I'm glad you guys were able to have the tournaments too with like the whole COVID thing. Like it really helped because there weren't a lot of tournaments other than the real big ones that you could play. Like in those, like it's really hard to get first and gain confidence in those. So something like this going into the season really boosts my confidence for
Hi, I'm Luciana Masters, and I just won the Greatest Golf for U14.
Well, you guys have all been filling those rosters for Greatest for several years, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I just want to say also thank you to the Greatest, like all the parents, coaches, and everyone who's helped us get here. Without like your support and like helping us to get into the game of golf, like through competition, like we would have never gotten to this point.
I just want to say thank you. This is an honor to be able to come on here and talk to you, and it makes me happy that people like notice us and can congratulate us in all we do.
I just want to say thank you for having us and talking to us. And I'm excited for my years to come.